हेलो फ्रेंड्स, मैं कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया की जो बेयर एक्ट है मैं उसको बस रीड करूँगी। आपको अपनी बेयर एक्ट में देखना है और उसमें जो भी मैं इम्पोर्टेंट बताऊँ आप उसको हाईलाइट कर लीजिएगा। तो हमारी सीरीज़ में पार्ट सिक्स जो है द स्टेट्स के बारे में है, जिसमें चैप्टर फर्स्ट जनरल है और चैप्टर सेकंड जो है द एग्जीक्यूटिव है, जिसका पहला जो है द गवर्नर है। Article 153 Governors of a state. There shall be a governor of each state, provided that nothing in this article shall prevent the appointment of same person as the governor for the two or more states. इसको ऐड किया गया था 7th अमेंडमेंट 1956 में। उस टाइम जवाहरलाल नेहरू हमारे पीएम थे। आर्टिकल 154 executive governor of state. The executive power of state, 154 executive power of state. The executive power of state shall be vested in the governor and shall be exercised him by either directly or through the officers like DM वगैरह subordinate to him in accordance with this constitution. Second है कि nothing in this article shall be deemed to be transferred to the governor any function conferred by any existing law on any other authority, or nothing in this article shall prevent parliament or legislature of a state from conferring by law function on any authority subordinate to the governor. Article 155 Appointment of Governor. The Governor shall be appointed by the President by warrant under his hand and seal. 156 जो है राज्यपाल की पदावधि के बारे में है। term of the office of the governor. The governor shall hold office during the pleasure of the president. The governor may, writing under his hand, address to the president, resign his office. Subject to the foregoing provision of this article, a governor shall hold office for a term of 5 years from the date on which enters upon his office, provided that governor shall, notwithstanding the expiration of his term, continue to hold office until his successor enters upon his office. 157 Qualification of the appointment of the governor. No person shall be eligible for the appointment of governor unless he is a citizen of India and has completed the age of 35. क्वालिफिकेशन जो प्रेसिडेंट की है वो 58 है और इसकी 157 है। 158 कंडीशन ऑफ गवर्नर्स ऑफिस। द गवर्नर शैल नॉट बी द मेंबर ऑफ आइदर हाउस ऑफ द पार्लियामेंट और द हाउस ऑफ द लेजिस्लेचर। ये किसी के भी मेंबर नहीं होते हैं। रिमेंबर दिस पॉइंट of any state specified in the first schedule, and if a member of either house or of parliament of the house of legislature of any such state be appointed governor, he shall deem to be vacated his seat that house on that date on which he enters upon his office as a governor. The governor shall not hold any other office of profit. The governor shall be entitled without payment of rent to use his official residence and shall be also entitled to emoluments, allowances and privileges as may be determined by the parliament by law until the provision in itself so made such emoluments, allowances and privileges as are specified in the second schedule. 3A ऐड हुआ है 7th Amendment 1956, where the same person is appointed as the governor of two or more states. The emoluments and allowances payable to the governor shall be allocated among the states in such proportion as the president may by order determine. Emoluments and allowances of the governor shall not be diminished during his term of office. जो प्रेसिडेंट के कंडीशन हैं वो 59 में हैं और गवर्नर के 158 में हैं। 159 oath or affirmation of the governor. Every governor and every person discharging the function of the governor shall, before entering upon his office, make and subscribe in the presence of a chief justice of high court exercising jurisdiction in the relation of the state, or in the absence the senior most judge of that court, available oath or affirmation in the following form, that is to say, I, A.B., do swear in the name of the God, solemnly affirm that I will faithfully execute the office of governor or discharge the function of the governor of name of the state, and will be the best of my ability preserve, protect, and defend constitution and law, and I will devote myself to the service and well-being of the people, and the name of the state होगा. Article 160, discharge of function of the governor in certain contingencies. The president may make such provision as he thinks fit for the discharge of the function of the governor of a state in any contingency not provided for in this chapter. फिर आर्टिकल 161, पावर ऑफ गवर्नर टू ग्रांट पार्डन्स एक्सेट्रा एंड टू सस्पेंड, रेमिट और कम्यूट sentences in certain cases. The governor of a state shall have the power to grant pardons, reprieves, respite or remissions of the punishment, or to suspend, remit or commute the sentence of any person convicted of any offence against any law relating to a matter to which the executive power of the state extends. 162 जो है extent of the executive power of the state है. Subject to the provisions of this constitution, the executive power of the state shall extend to the matters with respect to legislature of the state has power to make the laws, provided that in any matter with respect to which legislature of the state and parliament have power to make laws, the executive power of the state shall subject to and limited by the executive power expressly conferred by the constitution or by any law made by parliament upon union or authorities thereof. Council of ministers, जो स्टेट्स के काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर होते हैं. Article 163, council of minister to aid and advise governor. There shall be a council of minister with the chief minister as the head to aid and advise of the governor in the exercise of his function, except in so far as he is by or under the constitution required to exercise his function, or any of them in his discretion. Second, if any question arises whether any matter is or not matter as respect within which the governor is by or under the constitution required to act in his discretion, the decision of the governor in his discretion shall be final, and validity of anything done by the governor shall not be called in a question on the ground that he ought or ought not to have acted in his discretion. Third, the question whether any, and if so want, advice was tendered by the minister to the governor shall not be inquired into any court. Article 164, other provisions as to minister. The chief minister shall be appointed by the governor, and other ministers shall be appointed by the governor on the advice of chief minister, and the minister shall hold the office during the pleasure of the governor, provided that in states छत्तीसगढ़, झारखंड, जिसको 94th अमेंडमेंट से ऐड किया गया, 94th अमेंडमेंट 2006 में ऐड किया गया, मध्य प्रदेश एंड उड़ीसा को इस उड़ीसा का नाम चेंज किया गया 2011 में, उड़ीसा अल्ट्रेशन ऑफ नेम एक्ट 2011 में. देयर शैल बी द मिनिस्टर इन द चार्ज ऑफ ट्राइबल वेलफेयर whom may in addition be in the charge of the welfare of the scheduled caste and backward classes or any other work. 1A ऐड हुआ 164A में, जो कि 91st अमेंडमेंट 2003 में ऐड हुआ. द टोटल नंबर ऑफ मिनिस्टर इंक्लूडिंग चीफ मिनिस्टर इन द काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर इन अ स्टेट शैल नॉट बी exceed 15% of the total number of members of legislative assembly of the state, provided that the number of minister including chief minister in a state shall not be less than 12. provided further that where the total number of minister including chief minister in the council of minister in any state at the commencement of the constitution of 91st amendment act 2003 exceeds the 15% or the number is specified in the first proviso, as the case may be, the total number of the minister in the state shall be brought conformity with the provision of the clause within 6 months from the date, and the president may public notification appoint. 1b we add one 91st amendment 2003 से a member of the legislative assembly of the state or either house of the legislature of the state having legislative council belonging to a political party who is disqualified for being a member of that house under the paragraph 2 of the 10th schedule shall also be disqualified be appointed as a minister under clause 1 for the duration of the period commencing from the date of his disqualification till the date on which the term of his office as such member would expire or where he contests any election of the legislative assembly of the state or either house of the legislature of a state having legislative council, as the case may be, before the expiry of such period till the date on which he is declared elected, whichever is earlier. सेकंड है कि क्लॉज सेकंड ऑफ 164 द काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर शैल बी कलेक्टिवली रिस्पॉन्सिबल टू द लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली ऑफ द स्टेट. थर्ड, बिफोर अ मिनिस्टर इंटर्स upon his office the governor shall administer to him the oath of the office and of secrecy. दोनों शपथ लेते हैं, द ओथ ऑफ ऑफिस भी एंड द ओथ ऑफ secrecy according to the form set out for the purpose in third schedule. Fourth, a minister who for any period of 6 consecutive months is not the member of legislative of the legislative of state shall at the expiration of that period cease to be minister. The salaries and allowances of the minister shall be as such legislature of the state may from time to time by law determine, and until legislature of state so determines shall be specified in the second schedule.